Hello our dear viewers and welcome to Yai News for a new video. Belgium took one step closer to Euro's glory after Thorgan Hazard strike saw off Portugal in the last 16. The number one ranked nation underlined their credentials as they sent the defending champions back in Seville. Roberto Martinez's side had breezed through a relatively easy group, but showed they were more than capable of stepping up. Hazard has been impressive on Belgium's left flank throughout the tournament and stepped inside the fire home from 20 yards just before halftime. Portugal's Rui Patricio may have done better, but the swerve on the strike ultimately proved too much. Cristiano Ronaldo and co halved and puffed in the second 45, but were unable to break down a dogged defense, with Rafael Guerreiro smacking the post late on. Belgium find themselves in the tougher half of the draw, so will certainly have to earn victory, with a last 8 clash to come against Italy in Munich. Belgium can seize the moment. Ever since we saw the strength of their squad at the 2014 World Cup, Belgium have been highlighted as a major tournament contenders. They endured a learning curve in that tournament before a disappointing display in France 2 years later. At the World Cup in Russia, they beat Brazil en route to the last four, where they were eventually beaten by France. Plenty of their current crop were present in 2014, the likes of De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Thomas Vermaelen and Thibaut Courtois, and have all learned what is required to succeed in a tournament football. Belgium's best performance at a major tournament is second at the Euros in 1980. This group could finally be ready to go on better. Sanchez just loves the Euros. Sometimes you need to remind yourself that Renato Sanchez is only 23 years old. Already he seems to have had a career's worth of moves, highs and lows. It was at the Euros 5 years ago that the Portuguese star rose to prominence and subsequently got a move to Bayern Munich. Based on his performances in France, he looked set to dominate, but it didn't happen that way, and his time in Germany was cut short. It seems that he loves European championships because he's been one of his country's standout men. Even on Saturday night, in a team full of stars, it was Sanchez who injected the spark into an attack that lacked energy. The hope now is that the player we've seen over the past fortnight is here to stay. Ronaldo's mixed tournament. He could well finish at the tournament's top goal scorer, although Lukaku and Patrick Schick may have something to say about that, and finally match the all-time international scorer record. Strikers are, of course, always judged on their goal return, but in all honesty, the Juventus man who faces an uncertain club future was average at best at these Euros. Some might accuse him of being a penalty merchant who was fortunate enough to also be handed 2 tap-ins en route to his 5-goal haul. Otherwise, we'll say he's a man for the big occasion, whose appetite for goals is unwavering. I suppose it depends what you value, but a man of his caliber should have taken a quality nation beyond the last 16. One-dimensional Portugal. If there was no such thing as the counter-attack, then Portugal would certainly be less of a side. Fortunately for them though, it does exist, and when they break they are simply devastating. Their opening goal against Germany showed us that. However, such a tactic is very easy to combat, and Belgium were more than happy to sit deep and allow their opponents to keep the ball at times. Strange really. that a team with so much talent struggled for so long to break down their opponents when they sat in. Their best chance coming early on when Sanchez broke quickly and fed Diego Jota, who fired wide. In the second half, they endeavored to find an equalizer, but with the exception of Guerreiro's effort, Courtois was not really needed to produce brilliance. As the eras went on and the quality of opponents improved, there was always a danger that their main attacking weapon would be stifled, as was the case in Seville. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video.